All right, I'm gonna do this next recording here on what does it mean when someone says that they're above the law. Um, and we'll just use me. What do I mean when I say that? Because I've said that. Um, it just means that let's just I use some examples here. Um, Let me just answer it straight out. You make decisions to where at points and times you perceive the law and then you make a different decision because your decision is greater. It works for everyone and everyone makes everybody happy. Uh, and so when you make that decision, you and you in a sense break the law. Um, you go above the law, and you can think above the law. You can think on a universal, on the highest really degree possible that you can achieve. You can go above the law of the land to the highest fucking the highest plateau possible. So that you can reach, you can make decisions fucking on a way high up level, But as far as the law of the land, that's what comes to mind when you say I'm above the law, or what, you know. Man, those guys think they're above the law. What comes to mind is the law of the land. Courthouse. This is illegal. This is allowed. This ain't. Uh, Tax. Ledgers, laws. Police. Uh, Tickets, shit, stuff like that. The law of the land. Um, when you're a kid, the law is your parents. You're in the house or whoever's running the house, grandma or whoever. They're the law. If they say do this and you gotta do it, if they say don't, then you're not supposed to. Let's say don't give none of your friends, you know, no food. You know, you walking home, one of your buddies, man, I'm so hungry, I didn't eat dinner last night. Say it's a true story. It's a tearjerker, but let's just say it's true. I got in trouble, I need dinner, or whatever. Uh, you know, I ran out and missed breakfast or something, and I gotta wait till such and such, just such as get home, let me in the house so then I can eat. Yeah, he's with you. You at home. Your key. You go in and there's some food in there. Your mom ain't gonna know it's gone. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna ask you. Oh, it was 15 icy pops in there, and now it's 12. What happened to? You know what I'm saying? What happened to the, three icy pops? And even then, I ate them. I ate three. Say you just gave two to him though, and you ate one. You made a decision that was above your mama saying don't get nobody no food. Now, uh, bus driver, uh, I buy, I use a ticket to get a day pass. I'm only going one place, so I go there, and then I'm where I need to be. Before I get off the bus, uh, I say, hey, does anybody on this bus need this day pass? And then the bus driver says, oh, that's against the law. And then I say, oh shit, okay, well, I did want to help somebody out, but I guess it's against the law. So okay, bye y'all, and I'll throw it in the trash. So I followed the law. I didn't go against the law. Okay, now let's say I was sitting there on the bus and I got a day pass, and I got this day pass, and the day pass just lets you ride unlimited for the day. So, but I only need to go one place, so I'm where I need to be now, and it's my turn to get off the bus. Now, let's say if I just set the day pass down in the seat that I got up from, so that way if someone did need it and they were on the bus driver can't check in the seat because he's driving. If somebody got on the bus and seen the ticket, they would just use it, grab it. That's going above the law. That's being above the law, because you're not making, it's against the law to give your ticket to someone that is non-transferable admission. That's what the bus driver was saying. It was something like that. Currency is admission is non-transferable or something like that. So, so that's the law of the land. You can't give your ticket to someone and say, here, use my ticket for you. And that's what he was saying, when he, in the example where he wouldn't let you give the bus ticket to somebody. But being above the law is making a decision that's above it. The law of the land. It's going against it, but not, it's just going against it by being above it. Now, if I would have said, oh, screw you, man, it's just a bus ticket, and I just went and gave it to somebody, and they put it in their pocket real quick, and then he was like, man, don't worry about that bus driver. I mean, he could he could say, excuse me, give me the ticket, please, and then destroy it, or get off the bus now, sir, I'll call the police, whatever. That would be you could go above the law and pull him off of you, the bus driver, but then you would be, breaking more laws, as you were pushing up through them. So when he told me, hey, you don't want to give the ticket to anybody because they're non-transferable, he said, you would be breaking the law if you did that. That's what he was saying. He said, now, I'll say another example. I was, I had a girlfriend and I was with her, and she had contacted the police about me, and they came over and was like, yo, leave the property, and you have a no trespassing here. And I was like, all right, cool, left. Me and her made up. I'm back over there screwing, having sex for another couple months. She never removed the no trespass. So already that's going above the law. She had the law in place to where I was actually breaking the law, but I wasn't being caught for breaking the law. I was going above the law by saying this no trespass doesn't matter, because she was going above the law with me. This is her place. She's happy to be with me now. I'm happy to be with her, and we're going to go above what this police officer told me about not coming back. And he was saying, if she wants you to come back, just call us and tell us to remove it. She never did that. So we went aside. But but it's still in essence what I'm discussing. I'm saying it's just going. It's making another decision that is greater, and I guess that's what I'm using to identify as above. Is just greater than the decision of what the law's saying, and that's not hard to do. I'm not saying. Yeah, I guess it just sounds cool. I'm above the law, but like if the law says, before you enter this boat, you have to buy a life jacket, and you can't lend yours to no one else. That's illegal, and you can be kicked off the boat for letting somebody lend your life jacket to somebody. Somebody lose their life jacket and they fall over. You throw yours. I mean, yeah, it's illegal, but are you gonna save their life? Of course you are. You're gonna go above that law. So that's the example I was saying. For righteousness, and that was the whole crux. It was that I'll go above the law for the truth. And what is above the law? Is love. It's truth. That's what's above the law. It's righteousness. It's purity. It's correctness. It's the law of the universe. It's not the law of the land. It's the law of truth. It's gravity. It's attraction. It's repulsion. It's pressure. There's greater rules than the law of the land. And I was just wanting to say, give the discourse because, that's typically bold when, you hear someone saying, I'm above the law, And I guess, no one likes to hear that. It makes you seem like you're going to go in a bank and take the money, and leave and not care. And if the police catch up to you and they say, hey, give us the money, and what are you doing? You gonna say something like, oh, I'm above you, let me go free. I'm above you. Get out of my way. That's what comes to mind, when you say you're above the law. Or, you could be screwing your girlfriend at a park, and then two police cops come by and they're like, sir, this is public property. You can get in some real trouble for that. We're going to write you a ticket. And you roll the window down and say, I'm above you. Get out of here. That's what that's what comes to mind, when somebody says I'm above the law. But I was saying it being a man of God. I was saying it in righteousness. I was saying it like during the times I was saying it. I was proud. I was proud to be above the law. It was something it was a lane that I had seen. It wasn't something I was aspiring to do. With every decision. Let me make astronomical decisions, what I'm saying, every time. Let me strive to be above the law with every step I take. You know what I'm saying? But it was more of a great decision that I had made, and I was like, wow, that was above the law. And it was right, that was the right thing. Oh yeah, I remember I had to go to probation, and I was skipping probation to be with my girlfriend. And it was great, it was a good time with the girlfriend. So it was definitely worth it. And I was like, wow, just imagine if I would have been in probation, I would have been wasting all that time and money. And I would have been under all that stress. It's like, wow, I made a great decision by not going, And The law's like that. It's like I had cases. I had people had done things that they went to court and they were like, we can't find your case, or get out of here, it's dismissed, or you know um, we're dropping all the charges. I mean, it just happens like that. But if you um, you know if you're all about like the police and stuff, they have kind of like a boring job. So if you kind of like get all in their face, they're gonna give you problems. So it's just like stay out of trouble. But nonetheless, I'm gonna wrap this up here because I'm getting coming to a close. Um, yeah, that's all I was saying. To be above the law is just to make decisions that are greater than the law of the land. And one would be to put the bus pass in the seat. Another one would be to, you know, go to your girlfriend's house and screw her after she has a no trespass. uh, or uh, another would be to give your friend, the two icy pops. So those are all basic examples of being greater than a rule that has been laid down to you, and having the courage to say, you know what, I see that rule there, but I believe that this decision is best for the moment and the time being. Right now, this is what we should do. And if the law does catch up to us, then we'll deal with it. But right now, this is where we're going. And God bless us, that we get there. So, laws change, but the truth never changes. The truth never changes. But the law of the land changes often. Pot's legal, alcohol is illegal, and blah, blah, blah. Now it's legal. So the law of the land changes, but the universal law of truth, the truth doesn't. So it's like, as great as your mind can tap into and your being can, your body and heart, then you can make decisions on those levels. As great, as high as you can get, or deep you can get or go, or what realms you can see or perceive, you can decide on. But as far as the common man, basic, when you see the white guy on the walk sign, walk. When you see the do not walk, don't walk. The red hand, don't don't drive through a red light. Don't drive through a stop sign. I mean, there's several scenarios you could come up with for riding through a stop sign. It's a dirt road, no one else is there, and it's a stop sign. You can see all directions. Ain't no reason to stop. So you just drive through it. I mean, that's being above the law. Of course, it's a common sign, and it's not really a law right there. But like I'm saying, it's obtuse to say you're above the law, but the mundane reality is it's not that hard to be above the law, because the laws are down to earth and simple. Don't share your food stamps. I mean, people buy food for other people all the time, and they have good reason to. I was in the city one time, and the bus came out that I was wanting to catch, and I was getting ready to. I just made it on time, and I went to the driver, and I was like, "Can you give me a few minutes to buy the ticket?" He was like, "I really don't have a few minutes." And then he was like, "Well, he said it's what he said. He said, I really don't have a few minutes. And then he took it upon himself to give me an option. He said, but people ride all the time, without having fare. They just get right on, you know. And then he said, but you don't want to tell me that, you just want to do it. He said, people do it all the time, they break the law all the time. They don't get caught. And he said, but I really can't wait. So what you gonna do? You getting on? And I was like, I just got on. So, and sat down. So, I mean, if we would have followed the law of the land, I would have been stranded. He would have had to leave me. But we broke the law. We rose above the law and violated the law. We actually broke through it. We broke through the law and rose above it by working together, and both became above the law. And we broke the law, broke through it, and rose above it. And I got on the bus, and he was square legit, knew it, and fine with it. So was I, sitting there riding in agreement with the driver, like it go in front of everybody on there. So, it shocks the ears to say I'm above the law, but in truth, laws are mundane and, they're very basic, down to earth, And it's several exceptions, you know what I'm saying? So there's several exceptions to the law of the land. It's just you have to make the choice to, you just have to make the choice for that. So, because it's correct. And you can't write every law for every scenario. That's why, it's up to you to rise above the law. But if you don't know what else to do and you get scared, then that's good to have a law to fall back on and be like, oh, well, I'm supposed to do this. Well, this will help me help me do that, This will help the bus run right, or this will help this be correct if I just do it like this, So it's all good. But yeah, so big high shock value with the above the law thing, but in truth, the law is lowly, and you can make decisions. You can go above the law of the land just by being in church, just by being well, just like in the street, like me, I'm standing there, Well, let me see here. What was I gonna say? It's getting very late, so I'm kind of losing it here, but I'm trying to pull it together. But what I'm saying is, you can go above the law of the land, very easily. Okay, here's an example. Okay, like in traffic, how they have that middle lane where people turn into, and they go left or right off the road. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to pull out and go into the middle part and wait. People do it all the time. You know what I'm saying? They do it all the time. But you're not supposed to do that. If a cop saw you do it, he wouldn't even pull you over. So, people do that in the city a lot because it works. It helps you break through to the other side without getting through traffic, through two lanes in one push. People don't stop at stop signs all the way, because they have to hurry up and get through sometimes. It's very easy to go and make a decision and bend the law or break the law. So high shock value, again, for I'm above the law. But, baby mama's going into labor. You run through red lights, stop signs. That's very understandable. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get in trouble for that. You know what I'm saying? He went above the law. He made a decision that was greater than stopping at the stop sign for no reason. I mean, when it wasn't nobody there to stop for. So, yeah. All right. Just want to give that discourse on what I meant when I said I'm above the law and what it means just to be above the law. It's kind of high shock value, but if you look behind the veil a little bit, it's just as high as you can go. You're not making decisions for the common man, and that's what the law of the land is doing. If you make decisions higher up for like the people and then the world, you can make hell of a decisions. You know what I'm saying? That's very much greater than the law and very much above the law. That people would get. So, all right, cool. All right, thank you. Jose Quintone, lay out the American Pimp Star 420.